Wow, that was crazy. You popped up and thingy comment popped up at the same time. Hang on a second here. I've got to get to the app here. Oh. Hey, Junebug, how's it going, man? How you doing? Oh, jeez, good grief. I did stream a little bit earlier, but then the lady was telling me, she's like, I ordered something at a barbecue place. You go pick it up? And I'm like, yeah, I'll go get it. So I went to go pick lunch up for us. Okay. Wow. Okay, so... Okay, well, there is stuff in here after all. Never mind. I wasn't even aware that that was going to be a thing, but okay. Man, this daggum camera needs work, though. I probably don't really need to be jumping up over around here. I probably just need to... You know what? Let me just go back around to where the other area is. So there was really no reason for me to leave the stream running while I was gone, because then people would be like, "What in the world is he doing? Where did he go? Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?" So I'm like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and stop it and then start back later and see how it goes. But I think I had been streaming for over 40 minutes, so it's not like it was like, oh, I started, now I stopped. That kind of thing. I think I was already in here, wasn't I? Yep. Yeah, I was. I do recall. Excuse me. Seems to me like the difficulty is definitely more balanced than it was on story mode back in the first game. So, I think I was already back up over here. I already had went in there. They really need to fix the frames on this, though, when you're turning the camera around. That's so funny. I just killed this thing earlier, and then the body just kind of flops down again. It's still flopping. It's still moving. That's just funny. Yeah, you probably would think that. I'm pretty sure John, or Agent OOE, would have thought the same thing. Which, to be honest, I went to the can after I stopped streaming, so I guess it would have ended up happening if I was still streaming, so there you go. I mean, at that point in time. Now we're actually getting into something else here. Daggum frames need work. There's this dude. Okay, that was awkward.
Good to see you, Jax. Have you thought about what you want to do next?
No. I'm still deciding what I'm going to do with you first.
Hey, look.
Dawkins.
Ah. So
Dawkins. Yeah, that's right. I'm just about ready to stick my gun down your throat.
That's right. and I'm just about ready to stick my gun down your throat.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just tell me who you were from the start?
I thought it might be confusing, and I knew you had some personal business to deal with first. But now that you're done, we can finally start our work. The Skyans have a considerable head start, so we don't have much time.
You have a lot of explaining to do. You sent a signal into space when you were still the hybrid, and then this strange object appears in the sky. Just what the hell did you do?
You have to understand, although I still remember much of my time as the hybrid, many of the machine's thoughts and memories were wiped out. But it appears the hybrid opened a wormhole near Magellan not long before its encounter with you.
A what?
A what?
A wormhole. A phenomenon capable of bridging time and space. And clearly our unwanted visitors used it to get here.
Right. And I guess them attacking us now is just pure coincidence.
I understand why you're angry. I would be skeptical too, but I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. I ask myself these questions every damn day, believe me. But those memories are gone. The hybrid machine is a thing of the past. There's nothing I can do about it. We have to look forward. Try to figure it all out before the Skyans overwhelm us.
Yeah, dude, I actually ended up seeing a video from Officer Tatum on YouTube, and it was this, he ended up playing the video, and he was like, I was with this teacher at the start, he said, but then she just went and screwed everything up. It was this woman who was a teacher, apparently another libtard teacher, had all these little kids in front of her, and she was walking around the front of them and along the side of them, basically yelling at them, and talking about, like, you could do anything that you want, and this and that and the other, and just running off of the mouth about stuff that started off actually being positive of something that I believe you're supposed to tell children, but then she did a 180-degree turn and went off in that woke BS territory, and she ended up telling a little tiny black kid, like, yeah, you could be a strong black man. I'm like, why in the world you got to go and bring race into it? That's exactly what Officer Tatum said, and he's a black man himself. He's like, why do you got to do that? He said, especially when you have a little white boy that's also sitting right there, too. It's like, why can't you go and say he could be a strong white man when he ends up growing up? You know, and then she goes and talks about, you know, gender-specific kind of stuff, especially when it comes to women. Like, you could be a strong woman, and women are really strong today, and all this just woke BS, man. I mean, it's one thing to be a strong woman or a strong man, but there's a way of degenerating it, which is exactly what's happening today. I mean, I'm serious. You know, I think to myself, I was like, thank God Almighty that I got out of school when I did. But I got out of public school like the middle of my 7th grade year. So I had been in a Christian Adventist, which was a heck of a lot better than being in public school throughout the rest of my tenure. You know what I mean? When I graduated high school. And then I ended up going to Christian college for a bit, but due to money circumstances I stopped, and then I ended up going to a community college a few years later. Obviously they were a secular school, but I was like, I want to go ahead and get something so I can actually have something tangible that I ended up going to school for, you know. So, but yeah, dude, if I had kids, I would not be sending them to public schools to get brainwashed on that BS, dude. I would be doing homeschooling, or I would send them to a Christian private school or something like that, because at least I know they would be getting taught right, treated right, and actually having God as a foundation in their life. Because that is a lot of what's lacking in the world today, and it's sad. So, I mean, I hated being in the dorms when I was in high school. I'll admit to that. I hated being in the dorms. But everything else I liked, it actually had I thought was good. but I really hated the strict nature that ended up coming out of it too. That was probably the only thing that I really did hate about it. Um, but anyways. Well, a lot of parents are biting back too, man. They're going to these parent-teacher meetings and school board meetings and all that stuff, and they're fighting back, and they need to. It's their children. The children don't belong to the freaking government. They don't belong to the state. You know, it's my child. They came out of my loins, and you don't have the right to go and brainwash them. That's the case. I'm taking my kid out of school, and I'm homeschooling him. Screw your friggin' public school system. Screw it. You know? Let it burn to the ground. I mean, I hate that crap. That's another reason why I'm glad I don't have kids. Because even then, having to go and put up with them being in a besides a public school setting, just dealing with social media and the trash that's in society today, I wouldn't want them to grow up and deal with that and end up being confused as well, knowing they're just a child. Children's brains, their minds are malleable. And anything that you end up putting in that kid's head at a young age, they'll end up going and actually utilizing that in their adult years. And all this fantasy woke BS that they're doing now is going to end up putting children living in a fantasy world when they should be living in reality. Let's see.
Why the hell should I get mixed up in any of this?
You have no other choice, Jax. You won't be able to get rid of that alien infection without my help. And besides, how long is it since you had a good dose of Elex or mana? You don't have enough strength or magic to fight. And the infection is only making it worse. I'm the only one who can save you. I know more about this kind of disease than anyone else.
Yeah, dude, private school definitely costs money. I mean, my dad had to put up with that, you know, when he had me there, and it was just... I mean, I appreciate what he was trying to do. I appreciate what came out of it, but ultimately, you know, I mean, he wanted to homeschool me, but that didn't happen for whatever reason, so that's why I ended up going to a private school. Which I'd much rather want to deal with that than deal with public school, but like I said, I hated dealing with the dorms. Now, when I was in college, it was different. It was much more laid back at a Christian college than it was dealing with a Christian high school. It's like, wow, you're actually treating us like adults, because we are adults. Wow, who would have ever thought about that? You know? So... dude, in this playthrough, with me playing as this guy, I'm just gonna act like a total jerk to people if I feel like I need to. If I feel... Oh, man.
So you're resorting to blackmail? I should just kill you right now.
That wouldn't be very wise. Let me start by explaining exactly what's happening.
What's that destruction thing? Just me going evil, I guess?
Are highly enhanced with a purple substance not unlike our blue Elex. That's why I've taken to calling it Dark Elex. The whole thing is rather confusing, but both our blue Elex and this new purple stuff have a few things in common. They both come from a different world. And they can both cause terrible mutations while also unleashing incredible powers. But this Dark Elex is more like a disease. It's highly infectious, and once it finds a suitable host, it replicates at a rapid rate.
Well, that's going to be something that you and her are going to have to really go over, man. I mean, you've also got to think of yourself as well, and you definitely don't want to... I hate to say it, but you definitely don't want to get yourself into something that you don't want to feel like you're 100% committed to as well. I mean, because it's just, I mean, kids are definitely a big responsibility, and you're bringing another life into this world, so it's a whole new different ball game than just having to deal with like a dog or a cat. I mean, I know I'm not telling you anything you probably don't already know, but I'm just stating my thoughts on it.
How did you escape the hybrid's machine?
When you defeated that pathetic hybrid form, the logical part of the machine was destroyed. And that's when Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins started coming back. Eventually, I managed to open the capsule I was stuck in. But it was a few weeks before I could move properly or use my muscles again. Can't say I'm quite my old self yet. But at least I'm free of the machine's destructive thoughts. And that's good enough for now.
Dude, I ended up going to the Goodwill while the barbecue was cooking earlier today. And I swear I'm not going to that Goodwill anymore. I went to where the DVDs and games are, which they don't really have much over there anymore, really, like they used to. But there was this older guy that was standing on the side of me, and half of his ass crack was hanging out, dude. I mean, he was kind of leaning. I don't know if he was wearing underwear or not, but I was like, dude, say no to crack. I mean, there's like a guy at work that does that same thing. I mean, sometimes he'll wear a belt, sometimes he won't. I don't even know if he's wearing underwear, but sometimes when he bends over, there it is!
Skyans. Did you come up with the name?
Sky ass.
The alien invaders gave it to themselves. I was able to intercept some of their transmissions, which is how I know they're getting ready for the next phase.
I was like, dude, don't you feel a draft?
You can understand them?
It's not difficult. I've spent many lifetimes in the pursuit of scientific knowledge. And the language of science and mathematical algorithms is universal. The Skyans are no exception.
Well, 5 years ain't really much, really. I mean, if we're talking like maybe 15 years older, then that might be one thing, possibly. Or 10 years older, maybe.
All right. If you know so much about these Skyans, tell me how to stop them.
They come with a huge number of warriors and creatures to take over our planet. Harness it for their own use.
Why don't you tell me something I don't know?
Their formers are already operational. They're using them to pump dark Elex into the ground. That makes the areas around these formers extremely dangerous. I wouldn't recommend approaching them without the best equipment possible, and a substantial military force.
Get to the point.
In the end, that's what it boils down to. Military force and equipment. We need strong allies who will support our cause. If we are to stand a chance against the overwhelming strength of the Skyans,
why is his
the sixth power will have to become the
coat
greatest
rustling?
human military force in history.
I don't think there's any wind in here. Oh, so she's a few years younger than I am. Yeah, usually when you kind of end up getting around that age, it kind of tapers off of you probably wanting to deal or have kids. Honestly, yeah, I'd say around mid-30s and onward, possibly. But that's just me. I always wondered if I ever had kids, what type of traits they would take of mine and how they would look and act, but that ain't enough for me to have to putting up with them for over 18 years, if not longer. In terms of them actually having to live with me and stay with me and all that stuff, but anyways.
That's the best you can come up with? Brute force and military power?
That's only the beginning. We have a lot of work ahead of us, Jax. First, the Bastion is going to need improvements if it's going to house a growing army. And we can't lose sight of the movements of enemy troops and their Skyanid creatures. If we see them making any significant advances anywhere, we'll have to intervene immediately.
Well, if anything, you could look into adoption, I guess.
The first thing we need is a suitable faction we can form an alliance with.
If it ended up coming to a point where she did want kids, but then she probably felt like maybe she couldn't necessarily have them. I mean, that's just one idea, but... Let's see.
When are you going to do something about my infection?
I'm already working.
Got an alien
The
STD.
study of dark Elex is at the top of my agenda. We still have time. I don't believe you're going to mutate into a Skyanid creature anytime soon. And you have a strong will. If dark Elex works anything like the blue substance we know, you stand a good chance.
Don't fuck with me. I don't want this thing to kill me just because you want to play war.
Look, it's going to take time. I need peace and quiet to conduct my research. In the meantime, you need to prepare for the coming battles with the Skyans.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's say I start looking for an ally to join your sixth power.
There are so many feuds. All the factions in Magellan are at each other's throats. But the only way we can hope to defeat the Skylands is by building an army stronger than theirs. So speak to the leaders of each faction.
Well, duh.
Find out who would make the best and strongest ally. Join them, poach their warriors, or, I don't know, capture their commanding officers.
Poach their warriors.
I don't care how you do it. Just do whatever it takes to make the Bastion as powerful as it can be. And get moving. The enemy is practically on our doorstep.
So we're basically going and trying to take over everything else just to try to be able to raise up your banner here.
Why would any faction want to join forces with us?
The only way we can stop the Skyans' advance is with an iron will and an army of fearless warriors. But all these factions have been fighting each other as long as they can remember, so the only solution is a new central power. One that has complete autonomy and independence.
OJ.
As soon as the others see that humanity stands a chance against the invaders, they'll join us. It's up to you to recruit them and train them. And find your old...
Well, that's good, man.
You're the only one who can pull them out of their apathy and fear.
It's about your personality and not your
You
pockets.
must prepare them for the coming war. They'll be fighting to stop the total extinction of humanity. Be their hero. Be their leader. Their last hope of salvation. Beast of Zakor.
Don't call me that. It's ancient history. And it isn't true anymore.
And yet, people still talk about your fight with the hybrid. About what you did in the war against the Owls. You might be an outsider to them now, but they'll learn to trust you again.
You're a fucking hypocrite, you know that? Like you had nothing to do with the hybrid.
I'm weak and I'm burnt out. And the machine that controlled me back then doesn't exist anymore. It's your willpower that saved us all from the hybrid. And you still have it, just as strong as it ever was. So go out there, convince them to fight with us against the Skyans, and do it before it's too late.
See here.
Improvements for the Bastion? What kind of improvements exactly?
Well, the first thing we need to do is clear the surrounding area of anything dangerous. We can't take the next step with those things hounding us all the time.
Is that all?
You're the expert in killing things. I'm sure you can handle it.
Hang on a second.
About the military forces of the other factions. Kaya, the powerful berserker mage, is gathering her troops in the borderlands of Tavar, ready to protect the land from potential dangers.
The Berserkers were never particularly adept at foreign policy. Okay. However, we still can't say which faction would be most effective as an ally. We need to get more information about the other factions.
Check our progress on
Time
how.
to check our progress.
All right, what do we still need to do?
Well, the Bastion still isn't fortified well enough. First of all, we need to eliminate the beasts in the surrounding areas. I'll have to start thinking about who I want as comrades in arms. We still need more information on the other factions. I can either join one of the major factions, or speak to enough important figures to get an idea of their military strength.
In the world?
And let's not forget, there's the small matter of my infection. That's for you to deal with.
Good. Then we know it needs to be done. And remember, the sooner you join a faction...
Yeah, I know.
That's...
I kind of feel like in a ways I'm gonna start speeding through this stuff if I read it fast enough. If
Just
I feel
don't
like
make
it.
me wait too long.
Because it's
The
starting to like
future
get
of
on
the
my
world
nerves.
is at stake.
Having to, I mean, yeah, I'm for story and all of that, but like, dude, if it's just like panning out way too much, I'm just gonna read it and be done with it, you know. Unless I'm like eating or something or doing something else and then just decide to listen to it kind of thing. So,
I don't know enough about that.
need a recipe to brew a potion. Oh, I can brew stuff. Okay, that's cool. Oh, here's a dad joke for you. Got a parking ticket yesterday. Not sure why. The sign said fine for parking. Oh, man.
Just can't do that yet.
Oh, crap. I can't get medium locks done? Oh, that's a load of horse wallish. Wallish? Horse wash. Horse crap. Horse something. Man, I could already tell I'm going to be picking up a whole lot of crap in this game. But I guess that's also good, because then I can utilize it more so than having to buy anything and then sell stuff and turn around and get other stuff and all that stuff.
Father, is it true you're going to rebuild the bastion? Can I come with you?
What the heck?
I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Okay, you can't even see him.
Oh, come on. I won't go wandering off. I promise.
He's not even there in the... There,
What
okay,
if we're
there he is.
attacked by wild animals?
You dumb kid.
You'll take care of me. Come on. Please.
Kid, you're... Oh my gosh, kid, no.
Okay, but do exactly what I tell
Oh
you.
my gosh, Dex, you idiot.
Yeah. I'll be as quiet as a mouse and keep my head down.
Oh my gosh.
Stay close behind me, okay?
This is like a Eurojank version of God of War
Is it
2016.
always this exciting?
What do you mean?
Well, Mother didn't usually take me when she went out like this. I always had to stay in the fort. I mean, exciting stuff happens there too, but... Well, I know the fort already.
Yeah,
But
here we
I've
go.
never been out here my whole life.
Then you should keep in mind how dangerous it is.
Then it's a good thing I brought
Dang.
you.
Man, that's... But you have a jetpack. You're no kidding. Hang on a second here. Need to get this stupid... That looks like Randy Orton. Yeah, a little bit, but then again, he also seems like he looks like that guy from Red Faction, gosh, I forgot what it was called. Armageddon,
Don't
I
get
think?
too close to the formers or their creatures until you've regained enough of your strength. We can't avoid
Or he looks like,
No one else has your skills
what's his name?
or your ability to...
I think his name is Delson.
You sure know how to motivate people.
No, not Delson. I forgot what his name was. Cole. Yeah, Cole. Back in, Infamous. The first two Infamous games. He has that look. Okay, so... I ain't going down there yet. Already been inside of there. You think I'm a man who... What? Man was arrested for riding 20-foot giant inflatable flamingo in L.A. River. Well, I'm glad he got out of there. It's probably floating with syringes.
Have you killed many people?
Oh my goodness.
It's been known to happen. Some people just like to make trouble.
Good grief.
I know it happens sometimes, but I don't want people to die.
I get it, but
Just try to stay out of trouble, as much as you can from now on, okay?
Kid. Can it? I really don't want him following me around and running his daggone mouth.
Don't trouble yourself. I'll take care of everything.
Had to spend 30 days in jail for being a public nuisance and public disturbance. You did? What happened? What did you do? Oh my goodness, would you get over the wall? There we go. What the heck? Dude, that is weird. Like, I'm just jumping and the freaking jetpack sound will come on even when I don't even press the button. You hear that? What the heck, man? Okay, that was weird. Oh, you're referring to the pink flamingo guy. Oh, okay.
I don't know enough
I don't know
about that.
nothing about that. I don't know enough about that. What type of janky music is this? Well, obviously I'm not going to be able to do anything with that. Because I don't have enough thingies. Oh, that's right. Matter of fact, I got the thing turned on for streaming when it comes to music, so I'm guessing there's other music that they'll play too, but it's copyrighted. Friggin' stupid crap. Yeah, like I'm making any money off of this channel, YouTube. Like I've got 285,000 subscribers or something, or whatever. I tell you what, that's one thing that YouTube needs to do. I feel like they need to put something on there where they won't put anything against your video if you're not monetized. It doesn't make any sense.
Had my reasons.
I'm not making money off of it.
Mother always said you'd save the world if you could.
Really? She said that.
So what have you been doing all this time?
Trying to convince the factions to get ready for the big threat that was coming.
Cool. I bet they all listened to you, didn't they?
Well,
Don't have the necessary
kinda.
skill. What are you
When I
talking
grow up,
about?
I want to be just like you.
Yes, I do have the necessary skill. It's an easy lock. I've already opened like 2 or 3 chests with the easy lock thing, you dumb stupid game. What the heck? See, you hear that? Stupid. Oh, man. It just doesn't make any sense. And then, as far as I'm concerned, if I were to get monetized in the future, then don't flag those particular videos as getting monetized. Because then I wasn't getting monetized, so why in the world would those end up netting me any kind of money if I have copyrighted stuff in them? I don't know. A lot of people claim how YouTube is so janky with the way that it runs itself when it comes to stuff like that, and they are. I'm about ready to just not even deal with Twitch now, because apparently they're also censoring conservatives over there for whatever reason, which is probably every reason in the book that they could think of. I mean, it's not like I got anybody really over there to really watch me because I'm not over there a lot. Holy crap, I got a rocket launcher. That looks like a piece of crap. It's a damaged one, but maybe it'll still work. Don't go any far, you dumb, stupid controls. Kid, get out of my way. Get away, kid, you bother me. That is so dumb, man. Frickin'. Now I'm doing it. Look at that crap. Oh, never mind. It's my kid. he has a fanny pack rocket too. That's what it is. I thought it was me, but it's not. He's so freaking short and lanky, he has to utilize it just to be able to get somewhere. Hey, look at that. It's a little manga thingy.
You know
Yeah.
what's cool about ghosts?
Oh yeah, they're definitely ran by a bunch
No.
of libtards.
You can't touch them. They just float around and no one can beat them. And you know why?
Why is that?
Well, because they're not really there. You could see them, but that's all. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I'm really listening to what you're saying, kid. Oh man. If he sticks with me the whole time, there's gonna be some hilarious stuff going on. I really feel like I'm spending way too much time picking up crap. But it's like I think to myself, but what if, what if I need this or need that and all this other crap, so... I mean, it is good to be able to... A retro rocket. Prevent you from falling to your death. If you don't have enough fuel, you'll burn a retro rocket. You can install retro rockets on your jetpack after using a jetpack bench. Okay. Well, it's not like I can really do anything with that now either. They don't make good business people. Yeah, no kidding. Because they're only out for themselves. Whatever way they can feel like they can get something out of people, they'll do it. And try to make you look like you're the one that's in the wrong. I feel like I'm in Elden Ring at the moment with the way these structures are. Which is definitely a game I'm going to go back to when it gets really cheap. Maybe about 20 bucks at most.
What does bastard mean?
Where did you hear that?
The kids at the fort used to call me that. I don't know what it means.
Oh, man.
But it didn't sound nice.
I guess I really should have come around more often. Don't pay any attention to that kind of talk.
Oh my gosh, that's
Sometimes
hilarious.
other kids are pretty stupid, huh?
Oh man, that's gold right there. Cause your daddy don't like to be in your life. Let's see. Now, hang on a second here. I'm really wondering where there is a place to, or a transporter thing. Because there should be one in a place like this, but I'm not seeing it, and I ain't gonna run around everywhere looking for it either. Alright. Okay, I was over there. Alright. Let's just, is that kid peeing over in the bushes somewhere? That's what it sounded like. Let's go over this way. I'm not seeing a dag-blasted transporter. And I ain't gonna look around forever for it either. Just around places where... I think it might be that I have not looked around at. Oh, really, dude? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. When I was coming back from getting some barbecue today, I drove by a gas station and just flipped off the price. Dude, I just got gas like a couple days ago and spent like $38 and change, and it was $3.99,
Why's that?
and now it's freaking
Alps
$4.19.
are so cold and unfriendly, just like the Icelands where they live.
It's mostly because they take so much Elex. It takes away their emotions.
Well, I think it's from that white plastic armor they wear. It must be freezing in that.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Huh. Fancy that. I don't know why in the... You know what? This is one thing I think is stupid. Why is it when you come into a new area that it just doesn't activate itself? Doesn't matter where it is, just let it activate itself. I mean, I understand exploration and all that stuff, but dude, you got like... Are you kidding me? I think I was just in here and I had ran past it and didn't even know anything about it, maybe? Or maybe I haven't been in here. I tell you what, this is probably one of the first games that I can think of that actually seems like it has an adequate day and night cycle going on. Some games want to go and have you spend 15 minutes during the day and like 30 minutes at night of in-game time. It's like, what? Stupid. I don't know. Day and night cycles are cool, but it sucks when it's like a night cycle and your daggum brightness, you have to turn it up. And then the daytime will come and it's too friggin' bright. I don't know. Fried all the stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna get this game at some point in the future, but definitely not at full price.
I
Well,
never got to meet my real father.
I'm not getting it at full price if I got it through GameFly, which is what I rented it at. But I think I get like, I could get it at like 47 and change instead of 60.
I grew up with the Alps.
That looks like a piece of crap.
I didn't know where I really came from until a few years ago. My real parents were here with the Berserkers. Wardek was my foster father, and he was an Alp commander, just like me.
Is he still alive?
I wonder. I'm kind of wondering if they're, what is a focus highlight? On, story, easy, high. I'm gonna turn the daggum effects down a bit, man. Good grief. Controller. There we go. Do the thingy till you can barely see the logo. Okay. Well, that's a start. We'll see how that goes. It's probably what I should have done in the first place.
No idea. Could be. I haven't seen him since.
Maybe he's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Who knows?
Now, I think I had been here before. Yeah, okay. Battery level low. Alright, so... let's teleport over here, and then we'll go down there to that one, since we haven't been over there, because the game is really meant for you to be able to get out and explore, too. Do-do-do. Okay, so basically you want to kind of juggle it a bit. So you don't like crash and burn. Well, I mean, I've got a couple N64s, but it would be too much of a hassle in terms of trying to hook it up. I don't have any drive to stream if I have to feel like I got to be a rocket scientist to end up putting everything together like I want to. And a lot of people say, oh, it's not that hard. Man, there's a lot more that goes into dealing with streaming about things through a PC than there is just streaming off a console. A few presses of the button gets you streaming on it. But when it comes to dealing with like PC, you got to get this, you got to get that, you have to do this and that, and blah 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 blah. I don't care to do to do it like that. I mean, and another thing with the N64, I think that you probably have to try and do ROMs. I don't know. I have no idea. But you know, honestly, if I ended up having a more popular channel and if I was making money off of the channel, then I would definitely consider it because then it would make it feel like the work would be worth it. And I don't know. I mean, I had been doing this YouTube thing for a while now, and still kind of bottoming out at anywhere between, I think, 247 to 249 subscribers, you know, kind of bouncing back and forth. So I was just thinking too about my fiance as well when she used to be with that other channel, and she they ended up having like a little over 1,000 subscribers. But I can already tell you right now, it would have never reached that point if it wasn't for her being involved in it. Not to also mention the fact of probably most of the people that go on that channel anyway, or the ones that are subscribed to that channel, don't even, half of them probably don't even watch the stuff that's put out on that channel now. I mean, it wasn't like that before either. It was the same situation. And she's going to make a new YouTube channel, and I already told you about that, but like I said, I'd email you what the name was, because I'm not letting that be public. Same goes for her Twitch, too. She's going to get a new Twitch as well if I think she already got rid of her old one, but either she'll make a new Twitch, or she just won't bother with Twitch, period. I mean, I'm sorry, not Twitch, Discord. Wow, look at all those spikes. See, crack the chest. Well, that was simple enough. Damage shield. Well, let's see how all this goes. I wish I could just wear anything. It doesn't make any sense to me, man. I can't wear. I need one in Constitution just to be able to... Oh, jeez. Camera on StreamYard, put your camera there on your TV. Well, honestly, it's funny you should mention that, because that was kind of one of the things that I was thinking of.
No, just can't do that yet.
Well, piss. Damaged rocket launcher, that's so funny. There we go. Need to sell some of this stuff too when it comes time for it. I mean, I thought about doing that. I look like freaking Green Arrow, dude. That's just funny to me. Let's try some of this stuff. Where's the auto aim? What the heck? Are you kidding me?
Shit. What's the use?
Yeah, what's the use? What the heck? Wow. Yeah. Obviously, friggin' range weapons aren't working. At least that one sure did it. I was shooting it dead on. But I thought about doing that bootleg style kind of thing, you know, with older stuff, if you will. That would be a easier way to kind of handle it. Maybe people would check it out. Maybe people was like, why don't you just hook it up to a PC and do. Well, because I don't feel like it. You know, it's like... I feel like I've done as much as I kind of want to do with my channel, and it's probably pretty much just kind of stay the way that it is, I believe. So, but we'll see. I mean, trust me, I'd love to be able to just stay home and play games and make money off of it, you know? Okay. Okay, yeah. So, well, my kid isn't with me anymore. I guess maybe because I took like a off the beaten path kind of thing. That might be why. That's just what I'm guessing anyways. I wonder if I can get down here without dying while using my little jetpack thing. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, there we go. I hear something. Oh. Uh-oh. It's taking longer to kill him. I think I went off the beaten path when I shouldn't have. Is he knocked down? Wow. That was something. I know that I was definitely in a higher area in terms of the enemies. Obviously, with that being shown. What is this? Mine.
This won't work.
Need a fitting tool. Well, piss. Specialization. There's nothing specialization. There's no body protection. So, okay. I have to socket that stuff. So I guess maybe I could just fall really far and then activate my jet boost. That sounds horrible. What the heck was that? This is what's funny. The dude has a flashlight, but there's no flashlight that's showing on him. It's like it's just a beacon of light that's just there. Yeah, that's not any real attention to detail there, that's for sure. Oh well. Fire breather. Ooh. That sounded like a nice sound that I like to hear. But I know I'm not going to be able to utilize it. It's like, you got to have this, you got to have 5,000 in strength just to be able to use this. Yeah, see that? Heavy weapon for a fire breather. Yeah. Probably just a flamethrower. Prepare. Frying all the meats. I don't really care about killing those things anymore. I got enough meat on me as it is. So, I'm not going to worry about it. My destruction goes up for whatever reason. I guess just because you're killing innocent creatures. That's got to be what the deal is there. Oh, is the sun starting to come back up again? I guess maybe that day-night cycle that I was talking about wasn't really up to par as I thought it would be. But I'd much rather for it to be day than night, so there is that. Okay, never mind. Hey, you know what, before we do that though, let's just save, just for the simple fact of, in case we die, which I hope we don't. That looks like a really evil looking thing though, that's for sure. Swamp spider. Yep, bad idea. Well, that was a heavy attack. It is cool to know you can knock them over, though. I hope this gets me a lot of XP. Yeah, I'm definitely in the area I shouldn't be. You're 220 experience, so that's good. Or at least that's something. More than what I had gotten before previously. Yeah. And it does say, if I were to face a creature like that or something in the first game, I'd die in one hit. At least it really gave me a chance. You know, even though I'm probably in an area I shouldn't be at the moment, but hey, you know what? Working out better than the first one, dude, that's for sure. Holy crap, I forgot to turn off my thingy. My alarms for the day. Oh, no, 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 no. Are these good guys or bad guys? These are bad guys. No, that's a good guy. No, wait a minute, that's a bad guy. I don't know. I don't know if they're just going after these things or if it's like they're gonna fight me too or what. Are you gonna fight? Oh gosh, they're skulls. That is like really dangerous enemies, but like, are they enemy enemies or can I talk to them? That's what I'm wondering. So, let's go and see. Okay, guards. Okay, that's cool. He's a traveling merchant. Okay.
Hey, you there. You look like you could use some supplies. Perhaps a gun? 2 gun? I've got everything you need. More than everything. Just take a look.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of money, and I've only got 78. What can you give me for 78? ding dong diddly doo. Well, I think I should sell some stuff. Sell this. Sell this. Sell this. Sell this. And this. And that. I'm gonna hang on to that for a bit. I'm gonna sell one of those. Damage and then a bow. Hang on to that. Hang on to ammunition. Sell that one. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. We'll sell that one. Food. I'll hang on to that. $218. Recipes and blueprints. Oh, that's cool. I'm not going to be able to utilize it right now, though. Oh, I thought that said simple Arab pants. I'm like, ah!
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, you sound really sincere about that, bro. There we go. Alright. Oh, it just gradually shows them going across the map. That's cool. Oh my gosh, you're so slow going up a ladder. Yeah. You know what? I don't even have to do that. I could just rocket myself down. Did you drop your thingy, sir? Oh, this is Berserker territory, huh? I'm not gonna go down there yet. I'm gonna go up here. It'd be nice if the music just always stayed into place. Alright, well with that being the case, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream now. I may be back later on this evening or tonight with something, but I'm going to continue to play this for a bit. And yeah, so I appreciate everybody coming out to the stream, and I'll end this like I always do. Later taters. Once again, I'm MindFlayer37 on Twitter and Ethereal Behemoth on Twitch. Later.